What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit. This video is, I hope, going to be the start of a series of things that I'm going to do, showcasing some gear that I think is more creative and helps me be creative and explore different sonic avenues, not just guitar pedals, but things that can be more than just a pedal. So today, we're going to be talking about the Strymon Deco. This is the V1. The V2 is cool and has more features. I just got this in a trade a few months back, and since has been a mainstay on the board and for studio stuff. So the track you heard at the beginning of the video was all the electric guitars running through this on my pedal board, but everything else I recorded straight into Ableton and then ran back through this. So hopefully I'll put here a A-B of the track, probably without the electric guitars, but with everything without this, and then everything with this, just so you can hear the difference in what it really is doing. On some of the elements in the track, I wouldn't say I overused it, but I really exaggerated what the Deco is doing. You might not always do that in a real musical setting, but I wanted to really get the idea of everything in that track is very much Deco and only Deco. There's a little bit of EQ happening just to shave off some low end, and there's a little bit of low-mid build-up with this being on everything. So again, that's stuff that you would always deal with, but I did do a little bit of EQing to deal with that. So today I'm going to walk you through some of the ways that I really like to use this and some of the maybe less standard uses for it, but also it's kind of a mainstay on a lot of people's boards, and I know there's plenty of demos you can go watch to see exactly what all the functions do and all that. I'm just going to show you how I use it and what I really like about it, and why I think it's one of the most creative pedals available right now. So here we go, Strymon Deco. All right, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through a couple sounds that I really like in the Deco. I'm not gonna go through all the features and every sound. There's plenty of other videos that you can find to check that out if you want to. So to start, I'm running just my Scythe Jazzmaster type guitar into the Deco, and then using the Quad Cortex for amps, and then you're hearing a little bit of reverb from Ableton. But here's what it sounds like clean. So one of my favorite things about the Deco is it can be used to make something that sounds a little bit stale sound a little bit more lively. So for backline amps or anything like that where it's not quite giving you what you want. So this is like a model of a deluxe reverb. It sounds good, but it's like a little weak. So I'm gonna put on the saturation side. That just gives it a little bit more life to it. Okay, and then I could take that even farther if I want it to be a little bit more like amp breaking up territory. of just sounds like a good drive. If you want it to. Crank it, it'll get pretty hairy. We can get into that. I usually use other things to kind of get those sounds, but it can get there if you want it to. So I'm going to bring it back towards just like kind of sweetening everything territory. And now for the real fun is the right side of the pedal. So I'm going to start with my favorite setting, which is a pretty prominent slapback with a bunch of wobble on it. Just sounds really cool. And even if you make it a little bit more subtle, it can be a nice thing for a rhythm guitar part. Or we can make it really exaggerated. And maybe bring the saturation back up. Just to get some really affected, interesting sounds. Now, all of these are on the bounce mode down here. I don't totally know exactly what it's all doing, but that's the widest sounding mode. Here's the sum mode, and I'll take this to a different setting to be a little bit more chorusy. This is very similar to how I had it set for the acoustic guitars in the demo track. Just like a little bit of chorus, I probably had even less, honestly. A little bit of chorus to give it some width and some texture, but doesn't like destroy the signal and isn't this super, super obvious sound. You'd set the time really slow. For this more flangey effect, which is a lot of how I had it for the bass. To kind of get the... And then the inverted method type, we can find some different, I don't often end up using it much past that back, but you can find some different options in here if you want kind of an interesting single delay. Cool sound, so wouldn't discount it, but it's maybe not how I always use the pedal. Like I said, most of the time I end up with it in slapback and the bounce mode, and I just think it sounds so cool and interesting and adds a lot of dimension and depth to a sound that it's a lot harder to get that sound out of just a normal delay or a combination of a drive and a delay pedal. I think this pedal kind of does it for you in a lot of ways, and it makes it a lot easier to be creative with. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. That actually does help. I know you hear it from all of the various YouTube guys, but it's really helpful, and it can help other people see the video and help me want to make more videos. If there's other pedals that you feel like kind of fit this creative gear niche, then let me know what you think I should make other videos with. I have a few ideas and a few that I'm going to start working on, but let me know some stuff that maybe I haven't heard of or stuff that I should check out and put on here for the next round. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you got a few ideas of ways that you could use your Deco or maybe something similar to get some interesting sounds that maybe take your mix or your guitar parts or your bass parts into a new area. If you like this video, keep an eye out for more, hopefully coming soon, and I'll see you in the next one.